Hello YouTube, I'm Matt Jones. Welcome back to my channel. I can't even begin to explain, and that's the honest truth, I can't even start to explain how excited I am about where I am today. So I'm at some trails called Leatherhead Trails, and these were built by hand by Mr. Jimmy Pratt. He spent his whole life grafting and slaving away, creating probably the UK's best trails, and one of my actually no, I'm gonna go straight to it. This is the first ever proper set of trails I rode when I was probably 14 years old, 15, something like that, and it's where I fell in love with riding trails. It's a feeling that you can't get on slopestyle courses, you can't get on a downhill bike, and it's where I realised that like this, for me, is the best type of riding. And it's insane. These were built by hand, so the line starts all the way miles up there, you can't even see where it starts. It finishes way down there, you can't even see where it finishes. And all of these features were built with a shovel. Just try and imagine how many times a shovel full of clay multiplies itself into these jumps. There are lines everywhere. There's hips, there's huge steep kickers, there's insane berms. You wait till you see the berm at the end of this trails. There's ponds for water for the summer when it's dry. There's insanely deep bomb holes, massive takeoffs, landings that are so steep they don't even get wet when it rains. Jimmy the sickhead who created this place in the first place.
Hi Matthew.
Yes lad.
You alright?
Just talking about your water feature here.
Yes, it's got a lot of water in it.
It was Jimmy who spent his life, you have spent your life building this, haven't you? This is like your
over half a life.
Your legacy, which is insane, and it's where I've had some of the best fun ever on my bike. People get to meet the legend that actually built this place.
Thank you, man.
And you've had help, haven't you?
A lot of help.
Shout out some of the people that have been a big part of the trails. Ralph, I know Ralph very well.
Ralph, yeah, massively.
Yeah.
Mod, Ali, the youth, J-Bone, Lucas, Josh.
Yeti. Lots
Yeti,
of people.
Lee.
Yeah, Lee Borer, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So it's not just been Jimmy, but Jimmy scouted this as a location, put all the work in, making it legitimate, and it's insane. It's actually insane. So I'm gonna give you a little tour, show you around some of the, like the whole place is impressive, but there's some key features that make this like one of the most famous trail spots in the world. Oh, and there's a pump track here, which is another thing we can talk about before we start riding and getting insane GoPro footage. But like, if you look how many options there are when you get down to the end of this line, it's nothing like I've ever ridden really, where you know the line you're going to be riding that day. You can jump, you can transfer here from one line to another. Probably the most famous feature at the trails is the last berm, which you can't see because it's so bright. There we go. Jimmy's going to stand inside the berm that he built himself, which he's just told me was 1,700 wheelbarrows of clay, which has to be filled. You have to fill the wheelbarrow first, move the wheelbarrow, and then empty it and throw it onto the berm. So it's like been moved twice.
You're gonna make me stand in the hole?
Yeah. Come on, Jim.
There you go.
You can't even get it all in the video. It's a beast.
And a little right at the top as well.
There's tire marks at the top, which is actually, you can kind of see from here, is oververt. It goes to show what you can build with a shovel. It looks insane, I can't wait to ride it. So Jimmy's just told me that there's another berm, which I forgot all about. So you, it doesn't, I can't wait to stand it. It's the sort of thing that on camera doesn't look big until you get closer. This is vertical.
It's all done up the top.
This has never been ridden?
Not yet. We've ridden the last jump, just not this, but it's ready to ride now.
Oh, you can actually see all the trails from here as well. Say that again, how long's the berm?
116 foot.
Who measured it?
A load of us, it took quite a while.
That's a long jump. That's a beast of a jump.
You should get Jim in the vlog.
Jim's in the vlog. Now Ali's in the vlog, giving a pre-ride water. Can I help? Oh, you gave me an empty one. Cheers, mate, I'm just helping. How was that? Good? Have I nailed it?
2 out of 10.
2. Okay, what do you want me to do differently?
What are the bits that are dry?
So you've seen like more of the end of the line, the last massive berms, the mega berm and all that stuff, and now we're up closer to the top, and it's actually like, let's have a look at the attention to detail. We've got an insane flint wall, another pond. This one's has paving slabs around it to make it look extra nice, and this is the shack number 1 with a nice clay with concrete and tiled, linteled, whatever work surface, the built-in barbecue, obviously energy, the veranda. Let's go up here. Looks like there's a viewing point. As a viewing platform, it doesn't get any better. You can see there's like another start tower up at the beginning, then just ultimate number of jumps. The pond. So the only thing you haven't seen yet is the pump track. So I'm gonna get my bike, get my pads on, and I'm gonna ride the pump track and just get straight into it, get warmed up, and then we're gonna start hitting the trails. Sam Reynolds and Daryl Brown are coming as well to sesh today, so we can get some follow cam stuff. But I just love like looking at what this screen shows. You just walk around and there's just jumps everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Let's go.
Sick.
That is the sickest. That's too good. Challenge number 1, look, you get to see the gimbal beast. So I'm gonna follow Olly, who's one of the Leatherhead locals. We're gonna do 1 lap of the pump track, straight into the main line, so you get to see how the pump track actually links with the trails, the final mega berm. So with the gimbal, this is gonna look unreal. It's gonna be mega. You ready, boy?
Yeah.
Into the trails, Sam. The berm beast! Yes! Doesn't get much better, does it, boy?
Oh, my legs are tired.
Yeah. And Sam Reynolds joined us for that one.
Last second edition.
Yeah, that was cool.
Here he comes, old Matthew. Vlog it!
Oh, vlog it!
Follow him, Bren.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Oh yeah.
Ready.
Did you hear it? I don't know what it was. Riding is going so good. So good. It's been the best getting back riding these trails. I've been here once this year and had such a good time. Look at this jump, the step up. It's an absolute beast. I'm nervous because I've hit it once. I really want a 360 this jump. And it's a big trail. Like when I ride Crankworks, the jumps are obviously huge, but they're built to be tricked. They're manufactured jumps. designed for tricks. Trails are built to be flowy, to be smooth and have fun, not necessarily to do tricks. So tricking these jumps is a bonus, and it's something that does scare me because the landings have got tiny case pads. There's no room for error. They're rock hard. If you crash, something will break. The takeoffs are huge, skinny, steep. So I find it like really rewarding doing big threes, and that's what I want to do now. No! Oh my god, I'm gonna hit you! Oh! Go faster! Woo-hoo-hoo! Alright, so today was such a good day riding. One of the best I've had in a long time. The reasons being because it's just that pure core trails vibe there. Everyone's having the best time. No one's competing against each other. It's just all about going high on jumps, making cool shapes. And that is that bug and that feeling that I've loved for so long. And I think that's why I'd call myself a trails rider, and it's something I've looked forward to all year. You know, like, I love doing competitions, I love being a slopestyle rider, but getting back in the UK woods riding trails is where I've come from, and that's where it's at. Like, I think I'd be naive to think that that's just not the best day ever for me, so I want to do more of that. The only thing I want to say is I didn't do a very good job of explaining to you guys who Jimmy is. So Jimmy Pratt is probably the UK's most famous trails rider. I remember growing up watching him, looking at him in the magazines, and he's got the best style on a bike, hands down, of anyone in the UK. So big inspiration for me and a proper legend. Unfortunately, he wasn't riding today and hasn't been riding lately because he's hurt his back. Kind of been a bit of a barrier for him in the last few years of like just back pain and trouble, but he's getting better, and it's amazing to like think that we'll be able to rip his pump track, ride his trails together really soon, because that'll be the ultimate for me, to ride his trails with him, and like that's something that hasn't happened for a long time. So massive shout out to Jimmy, shout out to everyone who's put invested time and energy and digging and whatever into those trails. They're amazing, and I've had the best day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. More riding at Leatherhead Trails very soon. Shout out to the boys. Peace everyone, thank you for watching, you're all legends. Bye.